DCP Player free. Get it now from digital.net.au.
Thank you very much, Dave. Thank you for coming out here in this early morning on a weekend to share time with us. We hope to make it worth your while. This first session is on human visual system, a topic I wish I knew more about. I think 90 minutes from now I will. When you think about it, the conversions of digital media started many decades ago. 20 years ago, this month, we were launching digital satellite services to the home using the precursor of MPEG-2, which was then in prototype form. 10 years ago, there were many demonstrations, including here at NAB, of digital cinema projection. And we argued over 2K or 4K and all the other attributes 10 years ago. But if you think about it, the visual models that we used at the time were based on many previous decades of experience. For example, we chose 24 frame. Was that based on human visual acuity? I don't think so. It was really based on the Vitaphone and the synchronization of the sound systems when the 24 frame per second average was established. Television chose 25 or 30 frames per second, not because that's what was most pleasing to the visual eye, but because of the need to synchronize to power line frequencies in the respective countries. 60 fields per second here in the US and 50 fields per second in Europe and other parts of the world. Color was selected not by what the eye could see, but what color phosphors were able to reproduce on a CRT screen and on what emulsions were able to be produced in the wonderful labs of Kodak and others. Dynamic range, well, that had to do with the noise floor on electronic transmission or the optical noise of the projection systems on the low end in terms of what the density of the emulsions could be on film. And on the high end, right end of the scale, it had to do with how much light could be emitted by a CRT, and in a movie theater, how bright could get that xenon arc lamp, or before that, the carbon arc to illuminate the screen. Now that we're in the digital world, we've become to, just in the past couple of years, come to realize that there's many, many other options available to us, but in order to choose the right ones that are going to be most pleasing to our audiences, whether in television, mobile, or in the cinema, we need to understand more about just what the eye is seeing. And the more you learn about the human visual system, the more complex you'll understand it to be. That's the theme for today, and in order to tell that story, we have four of the most distinguished experts in various aspects of the human visual system that we've convened today. Matter of fact, three of our speakers will be presenting new findings that are very recently out of the laboratory, so we'll be among the first to hear the results of these studies. We're going to organize this by having four speakers make their presentations, and we'll leave time at the end for our panel Q&A, so please have your questions ready. And I want to especially acknowledge Scott Daly from Dolby, who was able to pull together some of these speakers from around the world and really organize the theme and the research that was done here. And Scott's also going to join us for the Q&A at the end of the session. So save your questions for the end and look forward to learning a lot. There'll be a test afterwards. Our first distinguished speaker today is Dr. Jenny Reed. Dr. Reed did her doctorate in theoretical astrophysics at Oxford University before moving to visual neuroscience. After spending 4 years in the USA working at the National Institutes of Health, in 2005 she returned to the UK with a research fellowship from the Royal Society, Britain's National Academy of Science. She is now a reader, which is an associate professor for us US people, in visual science at the Newcastle University's Institute for Neuroscience in the beautiful northeast of England. Dr. Reed runs a multidisciplinary research lab examining many aspects of vision, especially 3D or stereoscopic vision. Her research interests include how vision may be altered in clinical conditions like strabismus, you have to help me with that, Jenny, or epilepsy, and how viewers perceive depth in 3D displays and how 3D vision works in insects. We'll be learning about all of that and more. Please welcome Dr. Jenny Reed.